Welcome back to Geeks Wargaming and welcome to our latest 40k battle report. 1,750 points match play game between Salamanders and Ultramarines. Hi guys, welcome back to Geeks Wargaming and welcome to our latest 40k battle report. Robin is back in the studio and we have an army that we've not had in quite some time. Our good friend Peter has lent us his Salamanders, so we have Salamanders back on the channel. So I'm really looking forward to see how these guys get on in 8th edition. Reading the rules, they seem quite strong, they seem quite powerful, don't they?
Yeah, that re-roll rule.
Yeah, they're chapter tactic.
Yeah, if that's... I think I've read it like 50 times, and it's like every unit
can re-roll
one failed hit and one failed wound.
It seems like that.
Sounds good.
And we also have some new miniatures for my 40k Ultramarines. So we've got Ultramarines versus Salamanders. We are going old school as well today, aren't we? There are no Primaris.
No Primarchs, nothing like that. We just thought, let's just throw some things together, have a bit of fun.
It's a fun game. It's a fluffy list for both of us, realistically. Lots of flamers, lots of melters in the Salamanders list. Yeah. I'm taking Chief Librarian Tigarius for the very first time, so what he's like. Mission that we're doing is dominate and destroy. So 6 objective markers on the board, victory point at the end of each turn that you hold on to an objective, and also kill points for units you destroy. So lots of victory points that can be racked up in this game. So really looking forward to it. Are you looking forward to commanding a different chapter?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I play a lot of Space Marines, so I kind of know what I'm doing, but that's
debatable.
It's completely different. You'll see when we go through the armies, but it's completely different from how I build any of my Space Marine forces.
It is massively different.
There's no dreadnoughts in it for a start.
So, shall we go take a look at those armies?
Yeah. Here is my 1750 Salamanders army for today. It is led by 2 HQ, one of them being Vulkan Histan, and the other one is just a captain. And he is WYSIWYG, so he's got a Stormbolter and a Power Sword. Then we have a lot of foot-slogging Marines, 5 5-man tactical squads in total. And again, these are all WYSIWYG, so there's a Flamer in there, there's Chainsword and a Grav Pistol on the Sergeant. There's a Plasma Pistol in that squad and a Melter Gun. There's a Plasma Gun Plasma Cannon in that squad. This squad's a Heavy Bolter, and the squad at the back has got a pimped out Sergeant with a Power Fist and a Combi Melter, and then there is a multi-melter in that squad too. Heavy support, I have a tactical squad with 2 las cannons and 2 plasma cannon. 2 las cannons and 2 missile launchers. Behind them, I have a Vindicator and a Predator Annihilator with all the las cannons. Dedicated transport, we have 1 Razorback with the las cannons, And going inside that, we've got some of my elites. So we have the Stern Guard vets with 2 combi flamer, 1 heavy flamer, and the sergeant has got a power fist. The other 2 elites are a company apothecary and a company ancient, and he has been upgraded with the relic standard. I can't remember what it's called, standard of ascension or something like that. The one that pluses 1 to the getting up roll, or the firing roll, sorry. And then we have a flyer, a Storm Talon, and he has got the Sky Hammer missiles. I thought I'd try those out. Not tried them out before. I've never tried a Storm Talon before. So there we have it. That is actually, I think it's 1745 that has come to.
So this is my 1,750 points of Ultramarine Brigade Detachment, giving me 5 command points. HQ and Warlord today, I'm taking Chief Ligarian Tigeris. He comes as stock, and the psychic powers that I'm taking is Veil of Time, Might of Heroes, and Fury of the Ancients. I'm also being joined by a Space Marine Captain, Stormbolter, and a Lightning Claw. Into troops, I'm taking 3 tactical squads, all equipped with bolters and all 5-man squads. Heavy support, I'm taking a Whirlwind. Not taken one of these in a long time in 40k, so I'm interested to see how they get on. Fast attack, a 9-man assault squad. Sergeant with a power fist, and everybody else is equipped with chain swords. There is a guy in the back with an axe and a power fist, but they're just being counted as chain swords today. Elites, I'm taking a 5-man Terminator squad, 2 with Thunderhammer and Storm Shield, and 3 with Lightning Claws. Next elite, I'm taking some Stern Guard, all equipped with their special bolters. Sergeant has a power fist, and there is 1 guy with a plasma gun. Last elite choice, a Dreadnought with a las cannon and a Dreadnought power fist. Flyer, Storm Raven gunship, Hurricane bolters, heavy bolters, assault cannons, and the missiles. Dedicated transports, 2 Razorbacks with las cannons, and a Rhino. The forces of the Ultramarines and the Salamanders now down on the battlefield. Objective markers are down as well on this rocky outcrop. Inside the building there, underneath the first of the objective markers, we have a tactical unit. Next to that building, we have the Vindicator and a Razorback Vulkan Hastan and the Stern Guard squad in that. Next to the tactical squads, up on top of the rocky outcrop, just underneath them, another tactical squad, and hidden round the back, we also have a 3rd tactical squad. We have the Predator. On top of the building next to the Predator, we have the Devastator squad, the Captain, Apothecary, Company Ancient. Inside of the building as well, there is another tactical squad. You can see one of the guys there just poking out through the door. And then we have the Talon, and obviously another objective marker up on top of that building. 2 objective markers down in no man's land, on and just to the side of some of these big rocky crops. And then we head into the Ultramarines. We have the 5th of the objective markers on top of this building. Again, another tactical squad inside that building, ready to hold on to that objective marker. Dreadnought, Razorback on the right hand flank, looking out across the battlefield. It's got some nice juicy targets for these las cannons. We have the Vindicator, we also have that Razorback with Vulkan standing. Behind the building, hunkered down, we have the Whirlwind. Doesn't need to see what it shoots at, so nice cover for the Whirlwind as it can rain shots across this battlefield. Slap bang in the centre of the battlefield, I've put my Assault Marines. Can go 12. Maybe get me up onto that objective and then into combat maybe the turn after. 2nd of the Razorback, hunkered down between the Relic of the Fallen Trees. Again, nice choice of shots across this battlefield. Final objective marker on top of this building, again with a tactical squad. This time on top of that building, securing that one. And then we have the Storm Talon, which has got the Stern Guard, the Captain and Chief Librarian Tigeris inside of there, looking at moving up, laying waste to any of the Salamanders, and then finally hidden underneath
we have the Rhino, which has got another 5-man tactical squad inside. So the Ultramarines finish deploying first, so I get the +1, and I roll a 2, which becomes a 3. Can Robin beat me? He can with a 6. I think I'm going to attempt to seize the initiative. Oh, which I don't with a 5.
The Salamanders have started to move up towards the objectives. The tactical squad that was in the building has moved out just at 6 inches to try and secure that objective. The other 2 tactical squads that were behind and on that rocky outcrop have moved forward again to secure the centre objective. Vulkan has got out of the Razorback to give his reroll bubble, and the Razorback has just moved up to get some more juicy targets. He can see the Razorback, and he can also see the Storm Raven over here. I've been quite aggressive with the Vindicator. It has only got a 24-inch range on its cannon, so you need to go quite aggressive with it, but it is quite powerful. So yeah, I've got some nice juicy targets here to shoot at. The tactical squad that's in that building has stayed completely still securing that objective. And the Devastator and Command Squad Blob have stayed put, as has the Predator. So let's now move on to shooting and see how much firepower I can put into these Ultramarines lines.
The small arms fire from the Salamanders has opened up across this battlefield. A couple of casualties so far. So the first of the tactical squads down here by the Razorback shot down into the assault squad, killing off 2. The melter from that weapon shot down into my Razorback down here, putting 4 wounds onto that. The plasma from this squad up there completely whiffed. These guys down here are out of range. These guys down here are out of range. The Predator down here, we have got 1 wound coming down onto this Razorback, and I failed the save. Now it's D6 damage. I have 6 wounds remaining. 3. My Razorback is still alive with 3 wounds. So we move on from the fails of the Predator down onto the Storm Talon. Robin has decided the assault cannons from this are going down into the assault squad, and then the Skyhammer missiles are just going to go straight at the Storm Raven. So which one are you shooting first, Robin? Skyhammer, hitting on 3s. 2 hits, 1 miss. That's not too bad. Strength?
7, so wounded on 4.
4s to wound me.
Both wounded.
2 wounds. So I'm going to need 2 4-up saves. I make 1 of them. 1 of them fails, so it's D3 damage. 3. Robin goes and rolls a 6, so we're 3 wounds down on my Storm Raven already. And then we've still got the assault cannon to go. Storm Talon is now going to pepper the poor little assault squad down here. Lots of attacks coming in, hitting on 3s. Quite a few, well, I'll say quite a few misses. There's 3 of them. Strength?
6.
Oh, so wounding on 3s.
That's not too good.
4 misses, so 5 wounds.
Yeah, -1.
So 5 4-ups. Can I save them?
2 more.
2 more die. I've saved 3. Next to shoot will be the Devastators on top of the building. Robin has decided to put the 2 last cannons from this squad down into the Razorback, and then we have the 2 missile launchers coming down against the Storm Raven. So which one's going first? Last cannons hitting on 3s. Re-rolling the 1 because there's a captain there, which is probably a good thing. 1 hit. 3s to wound me.
Yeah,
We're wounded, so I've 6-up save, which I failed to do. D6 damage, 3 wounds left. This could be first blood. No!
My command point.
You're going to command point that, are you? So you're down to 7 command points.
Yeah.
It is. So does this Razorback explode? No, it doesn't. With the death of that Razorback, that scores Robin the first victory point. That is first blood. 2 missile launches from this squad going up into the Storm Raven. I guess you're doing Kraken shots.
Crack shots.
Yeah.
Both hit?
No, that one misses because it's against a flyer. So 1 hit. Strength 8, aren't they?
Yeah, so 3s. It's a wound.
It's a wound.
-2.
So it becomes a 5-up save for the Storm Raven. And make. The final thing to shoot for the Salamanders this turn will be the Vindicator. Where are the shots going, Robin?
Into that Razorback.
Into my... Oh, are you going Razorback or are you going Dreadnought?
What's in that Razorback?
Nothing. The Razorback is empty.
Going into Dreadnought.
You're going to go into my Dreadnought. Okay. D3 shots. Robin manages to roll a 4.
Which is 2 shots.
Yep, 2 shots. Hitting on 3s or because you've moved becomes 4s. 2 hits. No, it's fine. It's fine. Strength?
Strength 10.
Wow, strength 10. So wounding me on 3s. 2 wounds. AP -3. I'm going to need 2 6-up saves. Don't make either of them.
It's both D6 damage.
D6 damage. Wow.
Come on. Do you want me to roll?
I'm going to call that one slightly cocked, not because it's a 6, just because the dice will actually fall off the top of that. So we're on to 4.
Oh, 7.
7. Wow. That Dreadnought now taking a punishing, only 1 wound remaining. Ouch.
So at the end of the Salamanders Turn 1, I have scored 3 points, 1 for first blood and 1 for each objective I hold. Unfortunately, didn't read the mission correctly, so I thought it was holding them at the end. If I'd known that, I would have actually advanced this and advanced this squad.
I did tell him, but he just doesn't listen.
He didn't tell me. Tell me. It's cheating. It's Richard. It's always cheating. Yeah, so that was probably tactical error there. Could have got an extra 2 points from those 2, but it is what it is. Could have done with a bit more damage. First blood's useful, but the amount of whiffs that I got with las cannons then, even with the re-rolls and the re-rolling with the Salamanders special rule and Captain Bubbles and all sorts, didn't seem to help me that turn, so I think it's going to be one of those games. With that, we'll move on to the Ultramarines Turn 1.
So into the Ultramarines movement phase. Quite a painful turn from the Salamanders there. A little bit more damage and casualties than I really wanted.
Yeah, I did nothing.
You did. You destroyed a Razorback and
Wow.
you very badly hurt a Dreadnought.
Wow.
The Rhino has moved up to get some cover from this building. Fully aware of the Devastators up on there. So he's moved around. The Storm Raven has swooped across the battlefield, looking at raining shots down onto the Salamanders down here, looking at maybe thinning out the tactical squads, I think, first off. I think that's priority target for the Storm Raven. Assault Squad did not fail the morale check. It's all good. These 5 are still alive. The Sergeant has a Power Fist as well. So, Vindicator. I think the Vindicator's going to die. And because of that, the Razorback has stayed still. Las cannon shots going into the Vindicator. Dreadnought has moved. So we'll be hitting on 4. We've got another 2 las cannon shots. 4 in total going into that. Hopefully, lots of damage done and the Assault Marines can go into combat to finish it off. As I'm holding on to currently 2 objectives, because there is a unit inside of this building, I've got the other tactical squad. That's good. That's 2 more victory points racked up this turn. I'm going to try and thin out the tactical squad numbers to hopefully stop Robin with the tactical supremacy, where they can hold on to the objectives with the numbers of troops, and then hopefully thin out some of the big firepower. So the Vindicator's the first of the big firepowers that I want gone. Let's see how shooting goes. The Dreadnought has just opened up the salvos for the Ultramarines this turn. 2 good shots hitting. Even though I'm hitting on 4s, I've got 2 hits. I've got 2 wounds. Robin needs 2 6-up saves. What can he get?
Easy, mate. Easy.
He saves 1 of them. Of course he does. D6 damage. 2.
Take it.
Robin's going to take that. So how many wounds that got left? Some. Brilliant. So after consulting the book, it's got 9 wounds left. The Razorback is the next thing to shoot. Hitting on 3s. 2 hits, 1 miss. Now, do I command point re-roll that? Yes, I'm going to do that. Let's command point re-roll that. That's brilliant. I'm an Ultramarine, so do I get it back on a 5 up? No, I do not, so I can't do that again in any of turn 1. Now we're using the FAQ, so 1 hit. Oh, it's a whiff fest from the Razorback. I have bolt pistols in here. Now, do I try and chip off some wounds with 5 bolt pistols? Yeah, let's do it. Why the heck not? Hit on 3s. 2 hits. Gonna need 6s.
Unlucky. You need 5 actually.
Yeah, it's 5s, isn't it? That's what I was just thinking. So there is 1 wound there. No AP modifier. It's a 3-up save. Robin goes and saves it. So the Vindicator's alive with 9 wounds. Can the Chainswords and the Power Fist pull that down in combat? Maybe. Next to shoot, I think it's going to have to be the Storm Raven. We've just fired the Hurricane Bolters from the Storm Raven down into the first of the tactical squad, killing off 3 Marines. Next, it's the Heavy Bolters down into the squad in front of Vulkan, hitting on 3s. 6 shots. They have all hit. Wounding on 3s. They've all wounded. I will take that. That's -1. So 4 ups. 2 dead. And then we are going to launch the assault cannons into this squad as well. Assault cannons then. 12 shots hitting on 3s. Oh, that's not as well. Like I say, it's not as good. There's only 2 misses there. Wounded on 3s. So we got 3 misses out of that lot. So Robin's got 2, 4, 6, 7 wounds at -1.
Awesome. That is 4 dead.
4 dead.
Squad,
squad wiped out. Quite happy with that. So the last thing for the Ultramarines to shoot this turn will be the Whirlwind. I've kind of debated for quite a while about what target to shoot at. Obviously, we have tactical squad on top of the rocky outcrop. We have an untouched tactical squad down at the base of that rocky outcrop. We have 2 Marines left from that tactical squad. So I've decided to shoot the Devastators on top of that building. They're a threat. They've got las cannons. They've got missile launchers. I kind of need them dead. So the Whirlwind is 2 D3 shots. That's 5. I will take that. So now I need to see if I can hit with these 5 shots. Hitting on 3s. 2 miss. 3 hit. I'm strength 7. So I'm going to be wounding on 3s. All 3 have wounded. It's only -1. They're in cover. So that's +1. So they're back to their normal 3-up save.
Okay.
1 fails. It's 2 damage.
Okay.
So 1 of them dies.
That would be the missile launcher.
So you're going to kill off the missile launcher, but there's a company ancient there.
Yeah.
So he gets to stand back up again as he's dying.
Yeah, but he does it on the 3-up because it's the special relic one.
Okay, so 3 up.
Yeah.
He stands back up again in his
He
dying
needs to
breaths.
shoot that.
You're going to shoot my Storm Raven with this guy.
So 4 up.
Yep. Hits. No wounds. So because of the Salamanders chapter tactics, Robin will get to re-roll that one for a 5. So it does wound me. It is -2. So it's a 5-up save. It's made. The Storm Raven is okay. So into the charge phase, the Assault Marines are now going to attempt to get into the Vindicator. We'll do Overwatch in a moment. Do they make it in? They will with a 6-inch charge. So over to Robin for
D3 shots.
1 shot.
6.
No 6s. The Assault Marines are in. Now, it's a 12-inch charge for the Dreadnought to get in. Now the Assault Marines are in. It's a free charge. So do I get 2 6s? No. So first to swing, it is the 4 Assault Marines that have the chain swords hitting on 3s. 3 misses. Quite a few 6s. I'm going to need them now, I think. So we are strength 4, toughness 7. So 5s to wound. We get 1 wound. Normal save, Robin.
He's all good.
Makes it, but we still have the Power Fist. 2 attacks from this sergeant, obviously now hitting on 4s.
Nope.
Not a single hit. So the Vindicator hit back with its 3 attacks, and Robin actually managed to hit me and actually do 1 wound. So 3-up save. No! End of the Ultramarines' first turn. That could have gone slightly better. 2 victory points racked up for the 2 objective markers that I hold. Yeah, kind of wanted that Vindicator dead. Some whiff shots from that Razorback really did not help. Stormraven did okay, murdering 1 squad. The other squad of 2 guys, they passed a morale check as well, so they are fine. So Stormraven's in 3. It is nice target now for pretty much most of that side of the Salamander's shots. But yeah, that could have gone a bit better for the Ultramarines. So as we head over to Salamanders Turn 2.
The Salamanders have moved up more aggressively to secure the objectives now that I know that now that I know what I'm doing, now that I know that I can score them each time. So the Stern Guard have got out of the Razorback. The Razorback has stayed still, and they are now holding that objective. But also they've got nice flamers pointing at the remaining Assault Marines. Vulkan has moved in front of the Razorback, again granting his 6-inch reroll 1s bubble to everything around here. The Vindicator has dropped out of the combat and just driven behind the Razorback to get away from everything over here that could potentially cause it some issues. The tactical squad that was in that building has come up onto the roof. This Dreadnought has only got 1 wound left, so you never know, I might get lucky with some bolter fire. If not, there is a heavy bolter, and I could possibly do the stratagem for the Hellfire round potentially. Everything over this side has just stayed completely still. I've got to see if the Apothecary picks up the missile launcher, because that's what he's there for. So we'll do that in a second. And yeah, the Predator is just nestled nicely there. You can see the Stormraven. And you can see the Dreadnought over here if the tactical squad can't deal with it. So let's move on to shooting and see what's left of the blue boys after this turn.
So into the Salamanders shooting phase, a lot of the small arms fire came up and at the Stormraven. 1 wound taken off my flyer. Still have men inside that, look being safe for the moment. There's a lot of green Salamanders surrounding it, so I don't really want to pop Tegeris out at the moment. Assault Marines have gone. They were cooked to death by the flamers of the Stern Guard squad on top of the rocks over there. And my Dreadnought has gone as well. Bolter fire from the Tactical Marines, but it was the Hellfire shell from the Heavy Bolter that came in and finally finished him off. So we now head over to the Storm Talon. The assault cannons going into the Whirlwind and the missiles going into the Stormraven. So where are you going first, Rob?
We'll do the missiles first.
Missiles first. In on 3s. 1 hit.
Brilliant.
That's what I like to see.
4.
It's a 5.
5, yeah.
So it has wounded.
-2.
-2. So a 5 up save needed. No, I do not do that.
D3 damage.
1 damage. Oh yeah, and also Robin killed off his plasma guy. He overcharged down here, rolled 2 1s, re-rolled them, got 2 2s, and killed him off. 1 of the hits went on to the Stormraven, but I rolled a 6 to save it. So that's fun. So assault cannons, lots of shots now, needing 3s. Oh, a couple of misses in there.
Quite a lot.
5 misses.
That's not good. And then 5 to wound.
Yep, need the 5s.
Well, that's better.
Wow.
So
That's a 2 down
wounds.
here. 5 wounds. 5 4-ups needed. Oh dear me, only managed to save 1 of them. 4 wounds off the Whirlwind. Straight from the Storm Talon over to the Razorback down here with the las cannons. Both of the shots going up into the Stormraven. Hitting on 4s, re-rolling 1s. 1 hit.
3s.
No wounds. Because of the Salamander's chapter tactics, Robin can get to re-roll that. Which is a really helpful place for it to go. Still a fail. That's good. My Stormraven is untouched from the las cannons from the Razorback. We do, however, have the Predator to go next. All 4 las cannon shots going against my poor flyer. Oh, Robin doesn't sound very happy. Are you not a happy penguin?
No, but actually I can use the Salamanders on a hit roll as well, so I may as well re-roll one of those.
You can re-roll one of them because the Salamanders still a miss. So the one hit.
One hit, 3s.
It is a wound. It's a 6.
-3.
So it's a 6-up save. Nope, it's a 2. How much damage? 6. Oh, ow. I'm on 9. Oh, I just lost 6 wounds. Hunter killer missile now. Hits.
Yes.
Robin's happy. He's
3.
God damn it. He's not happy. So the Devastators are now going to shoot at the Storm Raven as well. And Robin has decided to spend a command point on flak missiles. Make a roll.
3s to hit because it pluses 1 to the roll.
Yep, 3s to hit.
Re-rolling 1 because the captain.
3s to hit. Re-rolling 1s. 2 is exactly what I was after. That was D3 mortal wounds as well, so I'm quite glad he missed that, because then I've got 3 wounds left on my Storm Raven. So next to go.
2 las cannons.
Lasses. Oh, this is where it might do me. 1 hit, 1 miss. 3s. Salamanders re-roll. Excellent whiffage from the Devastators on top of that building.
Useless.
Absolutely brilliant.
Stormbolter.
Oh, we're going with the Stormbolter. So the Captain Stormbolter up on top of the building with the Devastators, needing 3s.
He's got 2 hits.
2 hits, nice.
Leading the way.
5s.
Yeah.
It's a 6. Oh, normal 3-ups. It's a 5.
At the end of the Salamander's turn, left a little bit disappointed there with the amount of damage that was put out. It was good getting rid of the Assault Marines and the Dreadnought on this side. Not really got anything to worry about on this flank. There's only an empty Razorback and a damaged Whirlwind. But all the shots that went into that Storm Raven, it's got some quite nasty cargo in there, which I would have liked to have seen burning in wreckage. But yeah, the amount of misses, despite having the Salamanders re-rolls, that I failed was not very good. So, at the end of the turn, I have scored an extra 4 points for the 4 objectives that I'm sitting on. So I'm now on 7 points. Let's see how the Ultramarines can respond to that one.
So the Ultramarines now lagging behind a little bit on victory points. So it's time to do some drastic moves. I think the Rhino has moved up out of the protection of the building. Troops inside, waiting to jump out, waiting for that time. Tigarius thinks it's time to get out of the Storm Raven. The Stern Guard, the captain, and himself have all gone out, looking at the Salamanders Stern Guard squad. Deep striking Terminators have boots on the ground now. They've just landed on the battlefield 9 inches away from the Salamanders Stern Guard squad. So the idea is to run these guys into combat, tie them up. These guys get a free charge, put the damage down. The Storm Raven has moved up as well, looking at putting all of the shots into the squad, holding on to that objective. As we head into the Ultramarine shooting turn 2, I've started with Smite from Tigarius, and it hit and hit hard. D3 mortal wounds put on the Stern Guard squad. The rest of that squad pulled down by the Stern Guard from the Ultramarines, firing at the Sallies, killing off the remainder. So that's an extra victory point for me. Stormbolters from the Rhino shot at these guys. Failed. Bolters from up on top of this building shooting down at the squad they can see, killing off one of them. And then finally the Whirlwind. Whirlwind's missiles came up and over again, trying to kill off these 2 guys. Robin saved all of them. With that Stern Guard squad dead, it has left my Terminators slightly out of position. But we've still got the Storm Raven to do and the 2 las cannons from the Razorback, which is where I'm going to go first. I'm going to put them at the Vindicator. So I'm going to be hitting on 3s because I haven't moved. 2 hits. I'm going to be wounded on 3s. I'm going to command point re-roll that one. So we've got 2 wounds at -3. 2 6-ups needed, Robin.
Where do I...
No. D6 damage. It has got 9 left.
9 left.
Oh, only 5. So 5 wounds taken off the Vindicator. So with the Storm Raven, I've decided to put the heavy bolters into the Vindicator. I've put the 2 Stormfront missiles into that Razorback, the assault cannons and the Hurricane bolters down into the tactical squad on top of that building. So let's start with the heavy bolters. 6 shots, hitting on 3s. All have hit. Strength 5, so I'm going to need 5s to wound. I get 2, -1. 1 goes through. 1 more damage chipped off that. 2 Stormstrike missiles then, hitting on 3s. Oh, then you go and roll a Snake Eyes.
Ooh.
Yeah, very boom. 24 Hurricane Bolt shots. I've got 12 dice in my hand. I'll roll these twice. I did drop that one, to be fair. So, all but 2. So that's 10 hits so far.
Quick maths.
Yeah, I'm doing good at maths. 10 hits plus 13, 14, 15, 16 in total. Gonna need 4s to wound out of this lot. That's not horrendous. 10 wounds caused because they're in cover. It's a 2-up save. 10 of them. 1, 2. There's another one there, Robin. So 2 guys dead. Assault cannons time. Needing those 3s. 4 misses. Wounding on 3s. Oh, only 1, so there should be 7. 2, 4, 6, 7, Robin. -1, so you'll ignore that because you're in cover. So, 7 3-ups. Can we wipe out these 3 remaining guys? There's 1, 2, 3. That squad is gone. Quite happy how that shooting phase has gone. 2 of Robin's squads no longer holding on to objectives. All gone. That is quite nice. As we head over to the charge phase, I think the Stern Guard, the Captain and Tigerius are going to head into Vulkan. The Stern Guard squad have made it into combat. Unfortunately, 2 of them were killed off to the Flamers of Vulkan as they ran in. Got the Captain and Tigerius to go. The Captain needs a 4-inch charge. He is joining in. Tigerius is a 6-inch charge. He's not joining in, so I'm going to command point re-roll that one. He is also joining in. So Chief Librarian Tigerius now, 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. All have hit. Strength 7 against toughness 4, so 3s again. 1 does not hit. Robin, you have got 2 wounds at -3, but Vulkan does have a 3-up invuln save.
He does.
So I'm guessing you're going on the invuln.
Yeah.
Thought you might.
No.
1 failed.
I'm going to reroll.
You're going to command point reroll that.
No.
Excellent news. So D3 damage from Tigerius. It's 3. So shockingly enough, Robin has decided to spend 2 command points to interrupt combat with Vulkan. He has 2 remaining. So how many attacks? Where are you putting him?
On the Captain.
Oh, you're going on the Captain because he is next to hit. So hitting on 2s, re-rolling because of Vulkan.
Because himself.
Yeah.
And then he will be wounded on 3s.
2 wounds. So my Captain has a 4-up Iron Halo save. 1 made, 1 goes through. What's the damage?
D3.
D3 damage. 2 wounds. The Captain is alive with 3 remaining. So the Captain next to go. 4 attacks, hitting on 2s. Re-rolling 1s. So they have all hit. He's equipped with a Lightning Claw. So it's only strength 4 against toughness 4. So 4s to wound. Re-rolling though because of the Lightning Claws. Probably a good thing looking at that. So 4s. There we go. That's better. So 3 wounds, Robin, at -2.
So 4 ups.
You could take them on your 3-up invuln save.
Yeah,
3 up invuln save. Yeah, there you go. So they have all been saved. Damn that Vulkan. Stern Guards, 2 normal guys. 2 attacks each. Re-rolling 1s. Hitting on 3. So we've got 3 hits. Strength 4, toughness 4. 4s to wound. 2 wounds, 2 normal saves. There's a 1. He's down
1 wound.
to 1 wound. And I'm going to hit now with the Veteran Sergeant. 3 attacks. Power Fist. Needing 4s. Get to re-roll that though. It's a hit. 2s. It is wounded. It's a 3-up invuln save, which he makes. Vulkan is alive with 1 wound remaining. So at the end of the Ultramarines turn, we tried to hit back, and we didn't hit back as hard as I'd like to. 2 units dead, so 2 extra victory points, plus 1 for this objective, plus 1 for this objective, plus we hold the 1 in the middle because we outnumber, well, Vulkan, basically. So I finished that turn with 5 victory points. So, slight caveat to the previous round, I remembered that the Storm Raven is on 3 wounds remaining, so should have been hitting on 5s and not 3s. So we just re-rolled for the tactical squad that Robin had killed, and none of them have died. So I'm 1 less victory point now for the previous turn. So I finished the turn on 4.
So the tactical squad that was cut down, we're now renaming the Resurrectionists because they're not dead. They're sitting on that objective. The Storm Talon has swung round to harass the Storm Raven that's only got 3 wounds left. And everything else here has kind of clustered around the Stern Guard and the 2 HQs of the Ultramarines. Vulkan has tactically withdrew from that combat with his 1 wound remaining. Still grants the buff though for the rerolls. So hopefully we will be able to gun down the centre there. These guys are just sitting on that objective, and I've remained stationary with everything else in my army just to get good shots across the table. So let's move on to my shooting and see how we get on.
So Robin has started the shooting phase with small arms fire and is concentrating his fire on the Stern Guard, killing 1 of them off from the Salamanders tactical squads. The other tactical squad, these guys here, have just shot Tigerius. That was the wound roll. So I have got a lot of 3-up saves to make. I fail 3 of them. Do I command point re-roll one of them or hold it for the time being? I think I'm going to hold on to my command point re-roll. So Robin has then gone from the tactical squads in the middle over to the tactical squads with the Storm Raven. The Bolters did nothing at all, but Robin has spent 1 of his 2 command points using a Hellfire Shell. He has hit. It is D3 mortal wounds.
Boom.
It's a 6. It's 3 wounds. It's out. Does he explode? No, he doesn't. Storm Talon. Robin has decided to put the Salt Cannons down at the Stern Guard and then the Storm Strike missiles at the Terminators. He's just done 6 wounds on the Stern Guard. So, 4 ups. 1 dead. 2 dead. That's the squad wiped. And he failed 2 of them. The missiles, Robin hit once and then failed to wound the Terminators. And we move over from the Storm Talon over to the Vindicator. The shell is primed and looking at Tigerius. So,
D3 shots.
D3 shots.
2 shots.
2. Only 1 wound left. This could be enough. Hitting on 4s because the degraded profile.
Gets to reroll.
Yeah, you do get to reroll that because of being a Salamander, but that makes no difference. So 1 hit, 2s to wound me. Oh, minus lots, brilliant. So here we go, Tigerius, 1 6-up save needed.
I hate him.
You're right there, Rob. You hate me again. Look at him. Look at the hate. Look at the hate building. So Robin, because he hates me, is now going to shoot the Razorback at Tigerius, hitting on 4s because he has moved. 1 hit. Win on 2s. It's a wound.
-3.
It's a 6-up. I need another 6-up save. I have a command point reroll. Let's do it. Let's do it. No, let's not do it. Tigerius.
Do you get your command point back?
That's a good point. Do I get my command point back before I kill off Tigerius?
He does.
I do, yay. Tigerius now falls. That is slay the warlord for the Salamanders. Next to shoot the Predator down at the remaining Ultramarine captain in the centre of the battlefield. 4 las cannons hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s. 3 hits. Wounding on 2s. That'll be 3 Iron Halo, 4 up saves. Oh, fell 1 of them. Come on. D6. This guy's got 3 wounds remaining. It's a 6.
Boom.
He is dead. Robin has then moved on to the Devastator squad. The las cannon shooting down at the poor little rhino. He's hit. He is wounded. I've got 2 6-up saves to make. I don't make either of them.
2d6 damage.
4. I will take 4. So Robin has decided to command point re-roll 1 of them.
So let's see what we get.
3.
So it's taken 6 in total.
6 total. 4 left.
2 missile launches.
So the missile launcher has stood up. The apothecary has repaired one of the missile launchers. So 2 missiles.
3s.
1 hit, but re-rolling. 2 hits.
3s to wound.
2 6s to wound. Minus 2. So 2 5-ups. I make 1. 1 goes through. What is this?
D6
D6. 4 left.
Oh.
Does it blow up? No, it doesn't. So out of the wreckage of the Rhino, 2 of the tactical guys were pulled down, 2 1s rolled. That's slightly annoying. Next to go, Rob.
Stormbolter into those.
Stormbolter into these 3 remaining.
2 hits from the captain.
It is, yeah. 4s. No wounds.
These boys.
Okay.
So
It's a flame round.
that's 1 hit.
Yeah.
No wounds.
No wounds.
And then D6 shots from the flamer.
6 shots from the flamer. This might... Yeah, this might actually destroy the poor little Ultramarines.
4s. Ooh.
Oh dear. 4 wounds.
Normal armour save.
4 3-ups.
2 dead.
2 dead. 1 guy remaining.
At the end of the Salamanders Turn 3, that was quite a decisive turn there. Managed to kill an awful lot of units. Cleared off this objective completely, slay the warlord, killed the captain as well, killed the stern guard, so that's 3 units killed there, killed the storm raven, so that's another unit killed there, and I also killed the rhino that was here. So good amount of kills. I'm holding 3 objectives. Yeah, so that was probably as good as I could have hoped for. I'm not sure how much of a counterpunch the Ultramarines have got left in them now, but they've still got some pretty scary things on the table. Terminators, las cannons. Terminators probably slightly out of position. Let's see what the Ultramarines do to respond to this.
So as we head into the Ultramarines Turn 3, victory points needed. We need to start taking these damn salamanders off the battlefield. My 1 remaining tactical marine rallied. He's moved up 6. He's going to shoot and assault. So those 2 guys on that objective. Obviously the centre of the battlefield is pretty much in the hands now of the salamanders. The Terminators have moved up to the building. 5 inches would kind of leave them middle ground, so I'm going to +1 to my charge roll to be fair to Robin. The tactical guys are inside the building. Have now got up onto the roof. We're going to try and put some pot shots down as well. Las cannons and the whirlwind from the still to fire. Still some juicy targets out there. First thing to shoot for the Ultramarines will be the Razorback 2 las cannons at that Vindicator. Hitting on 3s, both have hit. Wounding on 3s, 1 wound. It has only got 3 wounds remaining. 6-up save for the Vindicator.
Casual.
No. D6 damage. It's 6. It has gone. Robin, does it blow up? Oh, that was close, but the Vindicator has gone. Small arms fire from the Ultramarines this turn. The tactical squad on top of the building shot down at the other tactical squad in the middle of the battlefield, killing 1 off. The guy on his own, completely and utterly whiffed. No damage from him at all. The squad up on top of the building. Shot out the Storm Talon. 1 wound done. We have the whirlwind to shoot before we head into the charge phase. I'm going to put the shots on these 2 guys that are alive on this rocky outcrop. 2d3 damage. 5 shots coming in. Wounding on 3s. All but 1 has wounded. This is -1, but they are in cover, Robin. So you get a 3-up save. 4.
3 ups.
4 3-ups.
1 dead.
1 dead guy. 1 left. Well, that makes it might be a little bit easier in the charge phase for that little guy there. Into the charge phase, the sergeant for the Ultramarines has made it into the sergeant for the Salamanders. No Overwatch damage, and also the Terminators, no Overwatch taken from that tactical squad. It is a 6-inch charge. They'll be in with a 12. Terminators now, going to go first. Lightning Claws, the sergeant has them as well. Hitting on 3s. 2 misses. Wounding on 4s with a reroll. 4 miss, or 4 foul wounds. Reroll time. So 2 in total. So Robin's got 2, 4, 6 saves to make.
Easy, mate.
At -2.
Him asleep, mate.
2, 5 ups. You
Yeah,
make
they're all dead,
2 of them. So 3 are dead. 4 dead.
4 dead.
4 dead. There's a dice hiding behind the rock.
The sergeant with his chainsword is going to cut you all down.
He's got this.
Apart from the Thunderhammer's now going to hit. Terminator Thunderhammer's now hitting on 4s. Oh, 3 hits.
What?
Wounding on 2s.
Yeah. Look at all those 1s. Look at all those 1s.
2 1s. Do I command point reroll with them so I can guarantee a victory point? Yes, let's do that. There we go. 2 wounds. -3. 2 6-ups needed, Robin.
Boxcars.
Anything.
No.
No, he is dead.
Heroic.
Heroic or just dead. Over in the combat with the 2 sergeants, it's a bit of a whiff fest. It's a stalemate.
The way they've been locking up their combat daggers, it's been really dramatic.
It's been really
It's
dramatic.
going down, it's just pushing it.
It's a whiff fest. So that objective marker will be drawn. The end of the Ultramarines Turn 3. 5 victory points racked up. 3 objectives being held. 2 tactical squads at the top of the buildings and the Terminators. Vindicator and that Resurrection squad finally dying. Adding to the victory points. It's still a bit of a slog for the Ultramarines, but we still have boots on the ground. We still have numbers. We might be able to hopefully thin out some more of these Salamanders.
The Salamanders have moved into slightly better tactical firing positions. So the Predator has moved for the first time in the battle. It's moved up the hill and can now get line of sight on the Laserback there or the Terminators in that building. My Razorback has also moved again to get line of fire on those 2 units. They're the 2 threats in this army now, really. The Storm Talon has flown from where it was positioned and can fire as much as it wants into those Terminators again. So Terminators and that Razorback are basically my priority. The Devastators and the Command have stayed put, able to fire across at anything that they want, really. The Salamanders Sergeant has kicked the combat knife out of the Ultramarines' hand, has rolled down the side of the hill, seeing some of his battle brothers coming up to support him. So we're going to shoot him in the back of the head, because that's what we do. The Salamanders have kicked out some quite punishing firepower there. We've taken out 3 of the Terminators. That was basically combined fire of the Storm Talon, the couple of las cannons, and some of the Devastator shots over here. We've wiped out the one remaining sergeant there. That was the tactical squads. The tactical squad here, shot him in the back of the head, as I said I would. We've done quite a bit of damage on the Razorback, but it is still alive with 4 wounds remaining. So I've killed 1 more unit in that turn, and I'm holding 3 objectives. So another 4 points for that turn. Rich needs to roll a morale. They're good. So yeah, over to the Ultramarines.
The Razorback, now needing 4s. I hit with both shots. I've wounded with both shots against the Salamanders Razorback. 2 6-ups needed.
Easy.
Oh, no. So 2d6 damage. 3. I've got 4 command points left. Let's re-roll one of these. That's a little bit better. 6. So currently it is 21 victory points to 14 to the Salamanders, and I have decided to call it. There isn't really any way back for the Ultramarines at all. Robin is holding on to too many objectives, and I've pretty much lost the punch of my army now. Not a fat lot that I can do to try and claw back any of these victory points. Let's head over to the post-game review.
Hi guys, welcome to the post-game review. That was quite a thumping victory, I would say, for the Salamanders. 21 victory points to 14. The Ultramarines kind of crumbled a little bit. Probably from, I'd say, turn 2, turn 3, probably turn 2.
Yeah, I think my first turn was the whiff fest, and I thought to myself,
oh yeah,
I'm going to get absolutely hammered now. And then you didn't do anything, and because I'd managed to then, from my first turn, I was in a better position. I managed to just sort of, start to snowball, I think, a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. I think you ran away with it quite quickly after that first turn.
It was still...
And both first turns were quite disappointing. I think both of us were whiffing.
In the second turn as well. I just not being able to kill that bloody Storm Raven and stuff like that. It was a game where neither of our dice were particularly good. Which was probably good in the end. I guess it might have been more entertaining for you guys because there was more models on the table at the end of the turn. But then I think when we got to turn 3, that's when I started to pull ahead. My little blob squad of Devastators with the captain.
That was good.
Yeah, I thought that was quite good actually.
I killed off one missile guy who stood back up again.
Yeah. So that was all right. I know it's not the optimum way of doing it, but I was just using the models that I had basically. So I thought, well, let's make the best of what we've got, see how it works. So that's what I tried to do with when building this force. It was I'm going to take stuff which I don't generally take.
So the Storm Talon was one of them. You don't own a Storm Talon.
No, I don't own a Storm Talon, so I thought I'll give that a go. That was all right. Stormhammer missiles are rubbish. I don't know why you'd take.
But what were
those.
the other options? The other ones was the
Typhoon.
Typhoon.
Typhoon, yeah. The Stormhammer is Skyhammer. Sorry, it's the one to take out flyers, but it's really ineffective against flyers because you get +1 to hit, but it's like -1,
something like that,
and then it's like D3.
Yeah, whirlwinds. So I mean, we went old school. So Assault Marines, which a lot of people out there say are no good in 8th edition
because they're not.
Because they're not. They are pretty rubbish.
They were absolutely horrendous. Even when they got into close combat, they did nothing.
One attack, 1 wound, and a 3-up save.
Well, 2 attacks with the chainsaw.
Okay, 2 attacks with the chainsaw.
Still rubbish.
But
they should be at least 2 attacks base.
I think so as well, to be honest.
And then 3 if you got a chainsaw. But then that's still pretty rubbish.
Terminators.
Still rubbish.
Rubbish, 5-inch movement.
Most are just rubbish.
The Terminators were, the Terminators, they went into combat, they did what they did best, they slaughtered your squad.
Yeah, you put them in the wrong place.
Yeah, you're right. There was 2 places I was thinking about putting them, and I think I'd have been better off putting them in the second option.
Yeah.
Rather than going with my initial thought. And I did think it through and thought that might be the best place to go, but then the Stern Guard and Tigerius and the captain.
Yeah, I think if
completely
you
annihilated that one unit. And
I think if you were going to place them where you did, then you shouldn't have focused all the firepower on the Stern
maybe
Guard
not.
You needed to.
So the other place I was going to drop them was behind the Vindicator, at the back of the board, in between the squad on top of the building and the Vindicator. And I think they've been slightly better off there. I think that the damage that they'd have done would have been better.
I would have had to have dealt with them as well because they were line breaking.
Yeah, that is true actually as well. Whirlwind, something else we haven't taken before in 8th edition. It's alright.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's all right. It's only -1.
Yeah.
2d3 shots I like.
I don't know, 2d3 shots. I think it should be like 4d3.
Yeah, maybe. Or D6.
If you think,
or
like,
D6, because it's meant to be like missiles
in,
going across the battlefield.
In 7th edition, it was firing pie plates like that.
Yeah, it was.
And it was like 4 of them. And you could easily get, what, at least...
You could kill off 10 Marines. You could
At
kill off a
least.
squad.
Yeah, you could. If
You
know,
can't
you'd have to
do
get a
this.
bit lucky, but 2d3.
Yeah, it
It's like
seems,
6 maximum.
seems a bit underpowered to me.
Yeah, so I think it's like with most things in the Space Marine Codex, it's okay. It's not really strong. And if they were just to change something from, you know, it's a D3 shot to a D6 shot, so it's
It'd
two
be better.
D6 shots, obviously it'd be better, but it'd actually probably be worth its points or closer to being
So
worth
things
its
we don't
point.
normally take. There's a Vindicator in there
Oh,
as
that
well.
is horrendous. That is horrendous. That is. I thought D3 shot, strength 10. Okay, it's not too bad. 24-inch range. I know it's always been 24-inch range, but it used to be sort of the ultimate sort of, you know, Terminator heavy infantry.
The go-to pie plate.
Yeah,
boom.
You know, big pie plate. You could stick it on Orc boys. You could shoot it at tanks. You could do anything like that. Sorry, I've just punched the mic. So you could, you know, it was quite versatile back in 7th edition. Now it's D3 shot, strength 10, and it does D6 damage. So you want to be shooting it at like a tank or something like that. But then most tanks can outrange it in terms of the fire. So you have to basically go really close to shoot something, and then like what happened in that battle, I got countercharged, which.
But I will say it's quite nice to go old school. No Primaris in there.
Yeah.
No, nothing like that. No, you know, no Primaris captains or anything like that. No,
Not-
no Gulliman.
No, and neither of the lists were particularly strong.
No, they were
You know,
fluffy.
They were just, you
Fluff.
know, just Marines and some Marine vehicles. So.
Fluff and fun,
Yeah.
I think is what we would call that. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. Please leave a comment, like, share and subscribe. And as always, we will see you on the next one.